field hockey, women's sports in general, different philanthropic endeavors or charities that I feel strongly about, then we can we can take a positive spin on this. So, although I would prefer to have dug a hole in the backyard and hidden it, here we are. Question number 5, of these 5 places you've claimed you had no business being, which do you have the most no business being at? WrestleMania, in a music recording studio, haha, Milan Fashion Week, the Today Show, and the Paris Olympics. I'm going to go ahead right out of the gate and say I have the least business being in a music recording studio. I would say a close second runner-up is probably tied for Milan Fashion Week and WrestleMania. I went to Milan Fashion Week because one of my dear, dear friends, Elena, was inviting me to be a guest of hers to a couple shows. And it was an incredible experience that I really genuinely had no business being at, because I am one of the most unfashionable people you'll ever meet. I wear my white chucks, cuffed jeans, and a plain t-shirt pretty much every time you tell me to leave the house when I can't wear athletic clothing. I got 2 looks. That's it. The only time I dress in other looks is usually when other people give me some help. So talk about women lifting women. But the reason I have no business being in a recording studio is because I have not sang since I was in high school choir. And when I tell you, I only took that class because my sister took it. And she highly recommended the teacher. I had no business, none. The reception on the song has been delightful and kind and very generous. It was amazing to be able to record a song with Jason, and the person who wrote the song is someone who has worked on the album for the last 3 years. And you could tell how much he really poured his heart and soul into the lyrics. And what it meant. And it spoke to Jason and I. So, but I still have no business being in that recording studio. So that is absolutely the winner. I said it earlier. I'm a huge fan of Dunkin'. Even though I may go there most days, there's really no better time to stop by your local Dunkin' than during the holidays. This time of year, you've probably got all sorts of holiday parties and family gatherings. So why not show up with a few festive boxes of donuts and munchkins from Dunkin' to really get the party started? I know I'm headed to a couple holiday parties this season. I will absolutely be showing up with that beautiful box. People will love to see me coming. Nothing brings instant holiday cheer like a dozen donuts from Dunkin'. You can pick all your favorite flavors and feel confident you showed up with the best dessert. Treat yourself or someone you love this holiday season and give them the gift of Dunkin'. From sprinkled to frosted, powdered to jelly, there's a donut for everybody, and everybody loves a donut. Order in person today at your local Dunkin' location, or order ahead of time on the Dunkin' app. So I have absolutely no business talking to our guest today, like I've said before, but I'm so glad I'm getting to do it anyway. You know her from her hilarious roles on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Hacks, and her new hit show that I absolutely love, High Potential. She is a fellow mom, honorary Philadelphian, and the rightful owner of my oddly highly sought after Eagles jacket. It is Caitlin Olson. Caitlin, thank you so much for being on today.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's exciting.
Thank you for some reason agreeing to be the first guest on here.
It's really, my pleasure. It's an honor.
It's full guinea pig status because it is, I've told everyone already at this episode to have low expectations.
No, come on. Disagree.
I mean, with a guest like you, I feel like this is the perfect way to start off.
This is it. We're going to do it.
Let's talk about one of the things that connected us last year.
Yes.
I mean, we have not, like I said, when you hopped on, we have not had the opportunity of getting to meet in person, but also just getting to chat in general. So, the Eagles jacket last year Thank you so much. You and Rob were so incredibly generous to a foundation that is so near and dear to my heart. And you guys actually crashed the auction site.
Good.
So
that was our goal.
Impressive. For anyone who isn't familiar with the story, can you explain how you guys got involved?
Yeah. So I saw on Twitter that Rob had bid on this Eagles jacket that was so incredible that you were auctioning off for the Autism Foundation. And I was like, why would he do that? It's an organization that's near and dear to our heart too. And I was like, why would he do that without consulting me? And so I thought it would be funny to outbid him without him knowing it, and then just be anonymous and then tell him later that I won it. But I just loved that loved that it was signed by you. I loved that you were wearing it. I was like, what is this fool doing? It's clearly a women's jacket. And then I got it, and Kylie, it is not a women's jacket.
It's very oversized.
It's huge. It's heavy. You can only wear it for 20 seconds before you're sweating and you have to take it off. But I love it. It's my most prized possession. I love it.
That is so sweet. Similar to my husband, you're not from Philly, but I feel like in similar fashion, you've become a Philadelphia legend.
It's incredible. I mean, we are just not a day goes by where we don't realize how crazy this life is, that we've been on this show that's about this city for 17 years. It's just insane. And then we met there and we have kids because of it. So Philadelphia is so special to me. And most of my in-laws still live there. We love going back there. It's such a special city. And they just have really embraced us, and like they're fiercely protective of our show. And I just feel so honored. And as far as the Eagles, I grew up in Oregon. We didn't have a football team besides the Ducks, go Birds in general. And so I was very happy to jump on that bandwagon, and I've been a hardcore fan ever since, and so are my kids.
Something I'm really excited to talk about on this show is motherhood and parenting. And I know, like you said, you have 2 boys. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're outnumbered? Because right now in our household, Jason is really feeling the opposite side of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We just accidentally also have 3 male pets.
Naturally.
So I've got kids, a husband, the animals are all dudes. It's strange, especially now that when they were babies, I didn't really feel like that because, babies and toddlers are babies and toddlers. I didn't really feel like a lot of dudes, but now they're 12 and 14 and I'm like, okay, great. Why don't you all go off and come back in a few years when you need me again? Yeah.
Now, do you think that raising boys is easier? Because I have been on record saying that my mother-in-law has scared the living daylights out of me when it comes to raising boys.
Yeah. I think it depends on the stage. It's funny that you say that because what I just said was like, oh, babies are all babies. Then they enter preschool and you're like, oh, there's already psychological warfare in preschool among little girls. And my kids are like, I don't know. They seem to be very mean to each other. I remember Leo coming home one day. He was like 4 and I asked about some kids in class and he was like, Lori's just really mean to all of the other girls, but they all want to be friends with her. And I'm like, yeah.
There she is, top dog.
There she is. Yeah, I know that game. That was Peggy Lee in my school. Yeah, I think that it can be much easier in the beginning, but I don't know. Now I'm like, I'm out of my comfort zone. I wasn't a boy, so it's like, well, you be the one to hold the door open and stuff, but also she's an equal. So it's very convenient. Be a gentleman, but also, you're not like better than her. She can also drive and pay for things. It's very confusing. We'll figure it out.
You're like chivalry isn't dead, but also
equality is great.
Yeah. That must be a really hard line to work.
Like you need to be nurtured too, but also don't forget to always give her a hug and, make sure you're checking in on her emotions. I don't know.
Oh God, you're making me feel even better settled into 4 girls.
Congratulations, by the way, on your 4
Thank
girls.
You.
I had no idea you were pregnant. That's so exciting.
Yes. No, we're very excited. I keep saying I have not yet been peed on by a baby while changing a diaper.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I will most likely get to continue that streak.
Oh, it's kind of nice though, It sets a good core memory.
It keeps you awake.
Yeah. The first time my mother-in-law visited after Axel was born, I was changing his diaper and she was standing right behind him and I lifted his legs to pull the diaper underneath and he just projectile diarrheaed all over her. I was like,
yes. I will say I have been on the receiving end of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, pee's really not that bad then. I don't know what you're worried about.
It was a one-time thing. It was a one-time thing. I'm hoping it stays that way. Even though we're both seasoned veterans in the parenting game, which I say that very loosely.
Same.
I would say
we all do.
Yep. We're all just figuring it out.
Something new just pops up. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Do you have any memories specifically of a moment where you just really had no idea what you were doing?
Yeah, definitely. My kids are only a year apart, and there was a night and I was nursing, the baby, and in the middle of the night, got up and the baby was hungry. I was nursing him. He had diarrhea everywhere, and then my 1.5-year-old started screaming in his bed because he did like a whole night terror thing for a long time. And I cleaned him up, put him back. I'm trying to comfort the other one. The other one starts screaming and I'm just like running back and forth. The baby had thrown up in his crib. So he had now diarrhea and throw up. So he was clearly sick. The other one's still screaming. I was like, I don't know how to be in two places at once. How do I
divide myself?
And Axel was only 18 months old. So I couldn't talk to him and tell him what was going on and that I would be right back. I don't know how people have twins or three. I don't know what you're doing or what you're thinking, but I think count me out.
Twins, multiples is the one where every single time before I go to my first ultrasound, I have a nightmare. Every single time I've had the same nightmare of them being like, do twins run in your family?
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
You can fuck right off.
Yeah, no.
No, thank you.
Take one of them and do something else with it.
Yeah.
Give it to someone else.
Can you put one on hold for me?
Yes.
I'll take it in 2 years.
Yeah. I need this one to be able to talk.
Time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I don't know how that works. Yeah. But that was the one time where I was like, but you know what? Those things are so great. And it's hard to explain that to a new mom because you're like, I got through it. We figured it out. And then I woke up the next day and everyone was fine and we figured it out. And then I was like, and it's so crazy because I have a kind of an anxious child. And I'm always sort of talking to him about like, I don't know what it's going to look like when we get there, but I know that we're going to figure it out. And I trust you that you're just going to be in the moment and you're going to figure it out. You're going to ask a question or you're going to look around. I don't know, but you're going to figure it out. And that's so hard to like really believe, but it's such a beautiful thing when you go through it and you're like, I don't know how I did that, but I figured it out. Now I'm like, oh, now I trust myself. And I think it takes those times.
No, I do think there are times in motherhood where you do something, you get through a moment, you get through your first illness, you get through sort of those milestones where you're like, shit, there was a moment there I thought I was not going to be able to get through that. Yeah. And now I'm on the other side of it and I'm like, yes, I did.
Yeah. And there's no bailing.
It's empowering. Yes.
Yeah. You can't.
Oh, no, there's no opt out.
No, you're forced to figure it out. Yeah.
Yes.
There's no like pause button. Yeah. You just do it. No.
Yes. There is a strength in that is very empowering.
Yeah.
Now, my oldest just recently told me, just out of the blue for fun, to tear me down, that she is no longer my child. She's 5 years old. Yeah.
Okay.
The other
Whose
day.
child is she?
That's a great question. I'd love to tell you.
Okay.
She didn't have an answer for that.
Okay.
But she said she's no longer my child. Is there anything that your kids have said to you that has stuck with you as one of the wildest or maybe the funniest thing that they've said to you?
I mean, yeah. So the other day, Leo, we were like laying in my bed. We were watching a Wrexham game in the morning. Leo and I watched that together and Axel and Rob watched it downstairs. And he was laying there and we were laughing. He cracks me up more than anyone in the world. And he was just like looking at me and I was like, that's so sweet. He's just loving me. And he goes, why do you have little holes all over your face? And it wasn't mean at all. I was like, those are called pores. Everyone has them. And he was like, I don't think everybody has those. And I was like,
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to get up and brush my teeth and go downstairs. Apparently I have large pores, everyone.
That is, yep. That
very honest.
They're here to humble us.
Yeah.
They really are.
He didn't mean it in a mean way. Just curious.
No. Yes. It is, there is a refreshing factor to the honesty that is, and the innocence in the questions. Yeah.
But don't think I didn't use a pore reducing toner that evening. I did.
1,000%. Yes.
Took the note.
You're like, I'm not going to let this get me, but I'm going to Google pore minimizers immediately. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm not going to not do anything.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about your incredibly impressive career.
Oh.
You've been doing a lot of stuff separately from It's Always Sunny. And with your work on Hacks and High Potential, which, again, I am such a huge fan of.
Thank you.
I have absolutely loved it.
Oh, good.
Speaking of empowering women, I just love the idea that she is just, living and absolutely crushing it with the high IQ. And I love like the observant, like, what did you pick up? And then you're watching the beginning of the show and you're like, okay, what can I catch that you're going to catch later?
Oh, good. I love that.
Every episode, I'm like, all right, this is going to be the one where I get it. And then I never do.
Oh, I love that.
No, it's fun. Was it an intentional choice for you to break off from It's Always Sunny? And how does that feel now?
Yes, it was. So, the things that I'm usually offered are very sweet D characters. And my thought is I'm honored and flattered and I love that, but I already have that character. And I happen to think that our show nails it. And I'm so proud of it. So there's no like replicating that for me. And I wanted to do something different because I would get bored if I was just doing the same thing over and over. There's so many other things to do. And I love acting. I don't love just like dick and ball jokes. So, they're great, but, this came along and I'll be honest, I was not interested in a network drama. I was like, what are you talking about? But then I read it and the script was so good. And I just loved the character so much. I loved that speaking of just figuring it out, like she's just winging it. She's just as flustered as everyone else just because she has a high IQ. She's just like one foot in front of the other. It's chaos at home. She loves her kids more than anything in the world, just scrappy. And then she just pulls it together and stands up for herself. I just thought it was a great character. And I was excited about the idea of more authentic human emotions and not just like, screaming and being irate over everything, which is also super fun.
Well, I am very much looking forward to the fact that High Potential will be coming back for its mid-season premiere on January 7th.
Yes.
I can't wait.
And at that point, I believe it will be available in Canada and Europe on Disney Plus.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
We just give it to everyone.
That's right.
Let them have it.
Just freshly dropped that information.
We have to get into It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
This podcast is called Not Gonna Lie, so I have to tell you.
Okay.
I've never seen a full episode of It's Always Sunny. And I'm not proud of that. And I feel like it's a little sacrilegious.
I find this so refreshing and so confusing.
This feels,
Have you been nervous about this?
Can I, a little, because here's the thing. I still like, when we were prepping and I saw like Punk'd and some other stuff and I'm like, I can still remember seeing I am genuinely a fan of yours.
I love this. This is even better, I think.
I feel like someone who is like when people walk up to Jason and they have sort of this like truth serum effect of them being like, I'm not a football fan. I feel like that's me being like, I've never seen It's Always Sunny in a full episode.
Listen, I find that so refreshing. By the way, what a compliment that you already were a fan and you didn't even know me for the thing that most people know me for. So I'm going to take it as a straight up compliment.
The best part is that since the jacket and since really like high potential because I've been talking about it and watching it. And so my algorithm has adjusted. I've seen so many more It's Always Sunny clips on my social media.
That's so funny.
But what if you had to tell me to sort of tune into a couple top episodes of It's Always Sunny, and the one where my husband was him and Bo were cameo in there, that doesn't count. Okay. What would you say were the ones I should see immediately?
I really personally, selfishly love the gang broke D. That's a really fun one. Oh God, we've done so many. I can't even remember the names of the episodes. I just remember like the scenes. There's the one where Dennis and Dee get addicted to crack. That's just like a classic. And that's from like season 3 or something like that. Oh, you got to see The Nightman Cometh.
To be fair, I have like Jason watches the show. And so I've been in the room for, yes, exactly. Okay. And so I like fully understand sort of the premise and I love the humor of it. It's just that like one of those things where I've just never sat down and
I get it.
Dedicated. It's,
by the way,
we're going to blame motherhood. Perfect.
You can blame motherhood. You have 3 of them and another one on the way. Yeah. How do you have time to watch anything?
Jason did, like I said, a cameo a few seasons ago. Were you on set that day? Did you have to witness that nonsense?
He was awesome. And no, so wasn't that when we win the Super Bowl? Like we're in charge.
I believe so.
Yeah. No, so he got to work with Charlie. I mean, I saw them and said hi and everything, but I wasn't in those scenes, but he was awesome and not surprising that he's gone on to be in front of the camera. He was great. I love Jason. I think he's great.
Try living with him.
I don't want to do that.
I'm kidding. I love him. I'm going to keep him.
Keep him. You just made another baby with him.
I know. Hopefully another cute one. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again for being the first guest ever on Not Gonna Lie. Yeah. I am so excited to have an honorary Philadelphian, someone who is just a boss in her own right and absolutely doing something that I genuinely am so invested in right now.
Thank you.
That's a wrap on episode 1. Thank you again to our guest, Caitlin Olsen. Make sure you check out the mid-season premiere of High Potential on ABC in January. Now, because I said this show would not go over 45 minutes, I'm a woman of my word. I'm not gonna lie. I talked to Caitlin for a longer conversation. You can find more never before seen clips on
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have been side by side for quite some time, their relationship catching the public's eye with each new twist and turn, both small and big. While many watch them grow closer, their journey hasn't been without its storms, but each time, they seem to come out even stronger, setting an example for couples everywhere. Plans for their future have already started to unfold, with a close friend revealing that Taylor and Travis are looking to get married in the summer of 2026. Specifically on June 13th, a date with special significance for Taylor. As this big day draws nearer, though, a new challenge has landed on their doorstep, one that neither of them saw coming. Travis Kelce, known for his dedication and focus on the football field as a Kansas City Chiefs tight end, is now facing a crossroads in his career. After missing out on a 4th Super Bowl title earlier this year, he's been wrestling with the weight of big decisions about his football future, a struggle that's taken a toll on him. With his mind occupied by what comes next professionally, his attention has shifted away from his personal life, including wedding planning with Taylor, which is now fast approaching. This shift hasn't gone unnoticed. Fans, friends, and even insiders close to the couple have picked up on the tension, wondering what the future holds for both Travis's career and his relationship with Taylor. According to a friend who spoke with Daily Mail, Travis's mood has been low, feeling the sting of not playing and missing the rush of the game. There's speculation that his time away from the field could be good for both his career and the Chiefs if he chooses to return for another season. But that decision is still up in the air. Through all of this, Taylor has been his anchor, showing unwavering support and understanding, even as she manages her own pressures and commitments. The friends share that Taylor gets how tough this moment is for Travis. This is the first time he's had a look at his future so clearly, seeing all the possible paths laid out before him. She's been doing her best to be by his side, showing love and patience, careful not to overwhelm him, but still being present every day. The couple hasn't made any public statements about the current situation, preferring to keep things private as they work through it together. If you're enjoying these updates, don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. Their relationship has always been in the spotlight, but this time, the challenge feels different, more personal. It's not just about balancing two high-profile careers, but about navigating real-life decisions that could change everything for them. Friends say that both Taylor and Travis are learning new things about each other, about what it means to support someone through uncertainty, and about making big choices as a team. Despite the pressure, they're finding ways to connect, spending time together whenever possible, even if it means quiet nights in or simple moments away from the cameras. For Taylor, being there for Travis isn't just about the big gestures. It's about consistency, kindness, and being a safe place when the world feels overwhelming. Travis, in turn, appreciates her steady presence, even if he can't always show it in the middle of his own struggles. The wedding is still on the horizon, and those close to the couple believe it will be a beautiful celebration when the time comes. But right now, their focus is on getting through this challenge together. As they face this test, their bond is being strengthened in ways that can't always be seen from the outside. Supporters are rooting for them, hoping they come through this even stronger and eager to see what the future holds for both Travis's career and their life as a couple.